time was probably 3 years ago. And what I saw this morning arriving from Paris was a full room. So this meeting is very well followed by young interventional cardiologists. I think the main reason, because we had this kind of meeting also in France in the past for transradial approach, the main reason is that people coming, they are quite sure that they will learn a lot of tips and tricks that will improve their daily practice with patients. So this is the reason why they are coming. They are not coming to have what they can read in a book or in a review. They are just coming to see people working and giving them important tips and tricks.
I believe TRICO matches up with any interventional course of the highest caliber worldwide. The content and the organization and the display of the treatment of the pathology and the complexity at least matches and probably exceeds majority of the credible courses around the globe. I think although TRICO is a focused transradial theme, from the beginning it has displayed all aspects of coronary intervention and peripheral intervention, and so as usual, the wide array of pathology and therapies that are displayed here are state-of-the-art, world-class.
An attending cardiologist at NYU Langone Medical Center in New York City, and I'm the director of the Cardiac Catheterization Laboratory at Bellevue Hospital, which is a city hospital in New York. And I've been coming to TRICO, I guess, from the very beginning. I first met Tejas in 2002 when he converted me to a radialist.
This is my first time at TRICO 2015 and TRICO overall, but I've heard so much about it and I was really thrilled to be able to come this year. It's a pretty amazing meeting. I think what really makes it unique is the number of live cases. But what's also unique about it is that it's not just clinical practice and how to do transradial from soup to nuts, really from the beginning, even advanced techniques. But additionally, it's the fact that the faculty involved, and Tejas in particular, has been so instrumental in the data generation and the studies that have come out about it. So there are many people who are good clinically, but they just speak from their own practice. He's actually studied it, and along with his other colleagues and his trainees who come back year after year, they really move the field forward. The course content of TRICO really varies a little bit. It's from very basic practical skills to complex skills, as well as the use and challenging the use of new evidence-based technologies.
This is my 6th year of TRICO, and every year it becomes more exciting. I think the attendance is always a packed house. The skills and the technology available at Apex Heart Institute is world-class, and it's always a real honor and privilege to participate, not only because I enjoy the participation, but I learn so much. I don't think there really are other courses in the Western world that can compare with TRICO. There are so many cases. The complexity of coronary disease in India is really quite challenging. It's very unique. That has been recognized from all over the world. So tackling that case after case at TRICO, I think, is truly unique.
TRICO is the best dedicated radial course young physicians can ever attend, because there is mixture of very basic things you have to learn, but also learn the most advanced techniques in interventional cardiology, all that can be done through the wrist access. So I really strongly recommend this particular course or a workshop for a young cardiologist entering the field of interventional cardiology, because radial is becoming default access. More recently, during the European Society of Cardiology meeting in London, we have the newest guidelines, recommendations for non-ST segment elevation acute coronary syndrome, and for the first time radial access is indicated as a class 1 level of evidence A. It means nowadays it will be very difficult to justify doing procedure from a femoral access in Europe. So I think the time has come for all comers, not just the young cardiologists, but even the other cardiologists, to learn radial access.
My impression of TRICO 2015 is incredible. I was last here 2 years ago. and I've seen this course evolve to a highly professional expert course with international faculty and local expertise that I think is the premier radial course in the world. I've been to many courses, been involved with many courses in the world. I rate this right at the top of all those courses for multiple reasons. I think the expertise of the faculty, the expertise of course of Tejas Patel, who in many ways has led the radial revolution by example. And I think the expertise really comes through with a combination of live cases, many live cases, didactic lectures, case presentations, and faculty interaction.
TRICO 2015 has built on the reputation that it's had over a decade now. I think it's 11 years and I've been here 6 of those, and every year it gets better and better, and this is no exception.
So I think that every meeting has its own special niche in our field, and I think what TRICO brings is really, it highlights Tejas Patel and his team and their approach to transradial coronary interventions. So in the US, there's still a lot of reservation about doing some complicated coronary procedures using this approach. And I think Tejas shows here with great class and ease how the most complex blockages and patients can be treated in relative ease with this. It really serves as an inspiration for me when I go back to my practice to go back and really take some of the lessons that I've learned here and apply that in my own practice. So in terms of the course content, I think it's quite diverse types of patients, diverse types of cases. I think the course directors have done a really wonderful job of trying to highlight several different common areas that are challenges for us as interventional cardiologists, as well as trying to sprinkle in some very unusual cases that are particularly complex. I think they've spent very nice attention to detail on specific teaching points throughout the cases to really be able to highlight some of the things that they're doing, from the basic beginner operators to very advanced operators, so that everyone's able to leave learning a little bit from each case.
I believe this is the largest transradial course in the whole world. I've been in many different cities for different transradial courses, and the audience, the faculty, the lectures, and the cases we do here is non-comparable to other courses, and I truly believe this is the best transradial course for so far. They are very professional. The technical part is excellent, especially Dr. Sanjay Shah. And you can see during the live case yesterday, he's very calm, very cool. It is nothing bother him, and if they finish the case, it's very good result.
I'm originally from Ahmedabad, studied here in Vijay Medical College, 1 year junior to Tejas, and moved to Rochester. I am interventional cardiologist in Rochester, New York. And what can I say? Been here now, this is my 6th year at TRICO meeting, and it is getting better and better. I do almost 90% of my coronary intervention through the radial procedures, thanks to Tejas.
So as I said earlier, TRICO is a unique course because in multiple international conferences you go where you discuss a lot of evidences and evolution of the treatment in interventional cardiology. You may learn about new devices, you may learn about new data, but there are few courses where you can go and learn new technique, and I think this is one of the unique course where you are combining evidence-based medicine while you are also learning tricks and tips and ability to take care of more patients. So as I said, you can expand your technical skill base after coming to TRICO.
So far it's been brilliant. We've really had a great learning experience here. In TRICO you get a comprehensive idea of radial intervention and what it really means. So it's been great so far.
I'm Dr. Kumar. I'm an interventional cardiologist from Colombo, Sri Lanka. This is my fifth or sixth time that I'm in Ahmedabad for this conference. So we are a hardcore radialist back in Sri Lanka, and we are very lucky that we have been associated with Dr. Tejas Patel for the last 10-15 years probably, because I've been attending from 2003, when we were not doing even a single radial angiograms, and now we have brought it to a level where about 90% of the cases are done radial by most of the cardiologists in Sri Lanka. So it's a great pleasure to be here, and we are very grateful to Dr. Tejas Patel for actually introducing this radial, even though he may not know that he was part of this progress in Sri Lanka.
What I noticed was that there were very challenging cases which were put to this galaxy of stars who came and took part as the interventionalists. And also, for instance, peripheral intervention shown were extremely interesting, but this was, I would say, the first time I have seen that kind of intervention live. So I would rate the course content as being very good.